Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. Bushcrafty back again with another video. And this subject is a little bit touchy when it comes to YouTube. So I'm going to try to tiptoe around the edges, so to speak. I did a poll on my main channel, Bushcraft Family. Um, the title is Shift is Here and You Need to Protect Your Family. How do you? Okay, we'll wait right there before we get to the polls. And interesting part is I had quite a few people with question marks. What is shift? And that's SHTF. Those who prep are really good, I should say, hardcore preppers, or see, I don't even consider myself a prepper. I consider myself more of a survivalist. So um, I don't know if you would this would be in a category as a prepper, but majority of preppers know what it stands for. SHTF. Shit hits the fan. It's when the shit hits the fan, um, meaning when bad stuff happens, like the power grid goes down and there's no law or things like that. When it gets really, really bad, sort of like a certain country having issues right now where there's no power, no banks, no money, no food, no water. Everybody's trying to run out of the country and or hunker down somewhere. That's a shift. That's what it looks like. Um, so what I'm gathering at, if you're home, you're in your house where you have your preps and your family's there. Um, how do you protect your family? Well, I did five little um, different questions, um, and it's up to you, up to whoever voted to vote for this. Well, the first one was call 91 call 911 and wait for the men in blue. Um, okay. So 4% of everybody who voted, and I had 466 votes. So that was the number one category. Next one is hide in the woods. Six people voted for hide in the woods, or 6% of that number voted for hide in the woods. The next one is baseball bat. Uh, the one after this, well, baseball bat actually got 5%. And then our next one is firearms, and that got 82%. The last one in here is government is here to save me, and it got 4%. 4% of 866 voted for that. Um, it's real good. It would be real nice if you could trust our government to protect you during a shift. But if I put a poll up right now, I know there'll be some that vote the other way just because, but the majority would say, "Do you think the government would protect you in a shift, um, in the shift type predicament?" Majority of people are going to say no, just because. Look at them now. We had this thing that's going on right now, and when 45 was in office, um, they said he took too long, and then he jumped the gun and shut the borders down too quick, this and that and everything. There was too much division in the government. So if something ever happens, you're gonna have the majority of everybody fighting over which side knows best, and during that time, lives will be lost. There's no way around it. It'll happen, and eventually, lawlessness will come about. People start starving. Your friendly neighbors will not be so friendly anymore. They know you have food. They're going to try to take it. Um, they're going to try to harm your family. So you're sitting there. How would you protect your family? I for one, it's my choice. I have said firearms to protect my family, and that does not mean that I would use them. I would only use them if it came down to it. The first thing is show of force, and if said person or persons persisted, then I would use it, and because it's either them or my family, and my family is going to be protected. Now there are some that don't take to violence, and that was our second one. Hide in the woods. Um, it sounds good, but um, what happens if you can't hide? What happens if you're in the middle of a city or something? Things like that. It's and you're faced with to protect your family. What are you going to do when you're all surrounded and stuff? Um, and like I said, there are ways. There's non-lethal ways. There's sprays in, tear gas, pepper sprays, and um, the zappers. Brain's not working. The zappers, stun guns. Yeah, those types of things. Those are good to some extent because somebody gets so far in we'll put it in rage to get your in your your house. We'll put it just in your house. um, I've seen people get hit with the stun guns and just pull the plugs, the type that shoot you and you just pull the plugs and stuff. I've seen people get hit with a big dose of that pepper spray or tear gas and just motor on through it. Um, to, and like I said, this is my opinion. I would always go for the firearm. I mean, I have other ways, other weaponries um, to go with. It all depends on the threat and everything like that. There's if you studied any fighting at all, combat type skills, martial arts, like that type of thing, that's always good. Everybody should learn some for some form of self defense in that matter. And there are um, baseball bats and things like that. Um, I even have slingshots right here. I've got slingshots. I've got mini. I've got crossbows. There's many forms, but like I said, when somebody is trying to take something of yours or harm your family, and you have this thing in your hand and you cock it, that alone will emit fear in a lot of people. Um, if not that, the noise that it produces. So for me, my form of protection would be firearms. So let me know in the comments of what you guys think below. And like I said, one thing that surprised me out of um, the poll I put up was a lot of people don't know what shift means. SHTF. And that really surprised me. I mean, people that are subscribed, and I may have got a couple other people just passing by and seen the poll or something, but it really surprised me. Well, let me know what you guys think. Post it down below, and toodaloo.